So, Ollie, obviously this season you've been racing for Formula E and you've been with the Nissan E.Dams. You've had 2 podiums and it's a 13 race season. How do you deal with running a team and also racing in the Formula E?
Yeah, it's extremely difficult. So far this season I had a pretty good year in Formula E. It was very last minute that I got called up, so actually for me to organise everything between Formula E and the karting side was actually pretty difficult, but I'm very lucky. I've got some great guys that work with the team, Shane and Jake, who run the team on a day-to-day basis, do a great job, so it relieves the pressure from me. And then obviously when I get some spare weekends I come and help the kids and try and interact with the team and all that sort of stuff, so yeah.
So how do you think it actually benefits the team with a Formula E driver running the team? Do you think it actually boosts the confidence of the drivers? Do you think it actually helps them out?
Well, it's difficult. I think in previous years, when we started even with Arvid and Harley originally, actually some of them, reacted, got a bit nervous, and it was actually a downside sometimes. But at the same time, I can share my experience. I've been there. I've won 2 Super 1 cadet championships, so I've been through the ranks, and it's nice for them. I can share my experiences over the years and try and give them a bit of guidance and coaching in how to be better drivers and also better people.
So you also came from the karting route all the way up to Formula E. What do you think the main tip is from making it from a small side of motorsport to all the way up to Formula E? How do you think that's possible?
Well, I think obviously everybody starts with a dream. I was always dreaming to be in Formula 1. I got there in some respects as a test driver with Williams, but I think it's very important that the kids keep believing, keep dreaming. Hard work is the aim of the game. So you just have to, as well, you have to have some sort of luck. I was fortunate enough to be picked up by McLaren and then the Racing Steps Foundation. When I first started, but I would just say hard work, dedication, and just that passion to win.
So you work with Renault and Williams. How do you think that experience actually helps you driving in Formula E?
When I was working with the Formula 1 teams, I was doing a lot of development stuff. So all the system side, simulator, car feedback engineer, all that sort of work. Is extremely important, and switching over to Formula E now, there's a lot of new technology. So I think most of the work that I did when I was in Formula 1 actually relates quite well to Formula E, and I'm able to also learn off my teammate Buemi, who spent many years in Formula 1. And I'm still young, so I'm still learning all the time, and I think next year we should see that I'm pretty strong.
And you're currently in Formula E. Do you hope you can move over to Formula 1? Obviously you have a bit of experience in the paddock working with Renault and Williams. Do you hope you can maybe move over to one of those teams someday?
I mean, who knows? There's a couple of people that have been talks about going from Formula E to Formula 1. To be honest, it's not really on my radar. I think the way Formula E is at the moment, you've got a lot of big manufacturers, Nissan, BMW, Audi, all Porsche, Mercedes. It's growing massively, and I think it's got a huge future. So at the moment I'm fully focused on Formula E, and who knows, one day I might get a call, but I think I'd only swap it, to be honest, for one of the top 3 teams, because it doesn't really interest me if I'm not capable to win.
And we asked Jake this question. You've had 2 of your drivers on pole over the weekend. Who do you think is going to win it this weekend, or if your team is going to win?
Well, as you said, hopefully one of our guys can wrap it up. I mean, it's Kartmasters, so it's on Sunday everybody's going to be in the race. It's extremely competitive. There's 10 of them, 5 of our guys all in the top 10. I think the person who's going to win is probably going to be the guy who keeps himself out of trouble throughout the heats, is at the front in the final on Sunday, keeps himself in the mix, has an element of luck, and hopefully it's one of our guys. They all, to be honest, the five quick guys, they all have the pace to win. So yeah, I'll be putting my bets with any of them.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Ollie. It's been amazing talking to you.